On December 28, 2018, San Pedro High School bore witness to a rare public versus parochial matchup when Mary Star of the Sea, sparked by a 36-point performance from Joseph Octave, defeated San Pedro 77-51 in the semifinals of the San Pedro Pirate Shootout boys basketball tournament. Nearly 3 years later, on December 21, 2021, the Pirates and Stars met again, this time in a Pirate Shootout pool play finale, where the winner would advance to the semifinals of the championship bracket. Both schools were coming off convincing victories over Locke to start their tournament journey, as San Pedro coach Don Babich, a Mary Star alum, led his team in the battle against San Pedro alum Mike Sestich, the coach of the Stars. The Pirates wasted little time in getting started, as it took 3 seconds and 3 passes for the Pirates to go up 2-0 on that layup by Boston Wimberly. On San Pedro's next possession, Volney Griffin was forced into a hurried shot, but the offensive rebound by Nick Fernandez led to Wimberly burying this corner three-pointer. Mary Stars struggled to find their footing on offense in the early going of the game, which led to trouble in short order for the Stars. As Griffin scores on this fast break layup, San Pedro led 7-0, forcing Mary Star to take time. Mary Star got on the board with 2 free throws. Then San Pedro turned to Wimberly again to increase their advantage, which he does so on the silky smooth reverse layup. The offensive woes for the Stars continued in the first quarter, even when they had wide open shots. This steal by Keith Vaughn triggered another transition opportunity for the Pirates, which culminated with a catch-and-shoot three-pointer by returning All-City junior Anthony Herboka, pushing San Pedro's edge up to 12-2, forcing another Mary Star timeout. After 5+ minutes, Mary Star finally got their first field goal on this backdoor cut for a layup by their outstanding junior, Luca Fiamengo. But San Pedro was quick to answer, and they turned to Vaughn Jr. to add to San Pedro's lead on this great mid-range jumper. In the closing seconds of the game's first 8 minutes, this top-of-the-key triple from Achilles Papapodolis proved the host Pirates got all the bounces, as they took a seemingly insurmountable 26-7 cushion over Mary Star at the end of the first quarter. But the Stars had a game plan when the second quarter began, and Sestich called upon Jacob Morales, a certified shot maker in the corner, to get them back into the contest. Morales' first three-pointer opened the scoring in the second quarter. Then the Stars finally got some room on the inside with Fiamengo's second layup. After San Pedro hit 2 free throws, Mary Star big man Devin Wilmington got into the act from outside as he buries a triple from the left corner. On San Pedro's next possession, a steal by Harrison Tan gave the Stars another opportunity to find Morales as he goes to the right corner and drills this triple. And suddenly, San Pedro's once huge lead was now in the single digits. San Pedro failed to score following their timeout. Then Morales hit a third consecutive three-pointer, and the Mary Stars deficit was only at 28-22. Before Herboka calmly stepped up and hit this jumper from just inside the free throw line to put San Pedro's lead back up to 8. But Mary Star was relentless, as Wilmington hits this tough post shot to keep the Stars within striking distance. Then San Pedro inexplicably turned the ball over on the inbound. The Stars immediately capitalized on the blunder by hitting Morales in the left corner for his 4th three-pointer, and San Pedro only led by 3. Mary Star had a chance to draw themselves even closer after San Pedro missed, before fast thinking from Griffin prevented that from happening. When the quarter finally drew to a close, Mary Star had outscored San Pedro 21-6 to only trail 32-27 to the Pirates at halftime. Once the second half begun, San Pedro looked to Wimberly, who scored 12 first-quarter points, but hadn't scored since, to get things going. He misfired on his first attempt, and Mary Star looked to take advantage. Fiamengo found Wilmington in the post for an easy layup, and Mary Star's deficit was once again shaved down to 3. The next time the Stars had the ball, Morales scored from inside the arc, and the Stars were only down by 1. Despite Mary Star's push, San Pedro never allowed the Stars to get ahead, as her Boca hit another timely jumper. With just under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter, Mary Star refused to fold, as this driving bank shot by Theo Alexander put the Stars to within a point again. But that was as close as Mary Star would get for the remainder of the contest. Another timely steal from Griffin led to Fernandez putting the Pirates back up by 3, starting a scoring surge of their own. Fernandez sparked that run with a steal on the other end, leading to her Boca putting the Stars in the spin cycle. That sensational move from her Boca ignited a fire in the Pirates' defense as they forced miss after miss, and San Pedro's transition game was once again recharged. This offensive putback from Vaughn Jr. allowed San Pedro to take a 48-37 lead over Mary Star at quarter's end. The Stars got an emotional lift off the bench from J.R. Hammer as he scored 5 quick points to trim San Pedro's lead down to 7. But San Pedro had their own counter in sophomore Nathan Cigar, as he hit his only 2 points of the game to cap off his stellar second-half performance, especially on the defensive side, and San Pedro put the Stars away. Wimberly, who scored a game-high 17 points, found Vaughn Jr. for this tough and one, and that would be the final field goal of the contest, as San Pedro hit critical free throws down the stretch to defeat Mary Star 65-50. Her Boca piled up 15 points for the Pirates, who got a double-double from Vaughn Jr. at 10 points and 11 rebounds. Griffin was solid as well with 13 points, 6 assists, and 4 steals. The Stars were paced by 14 points from Morales and 13 points from Fiamengo, but San Pedro's fabulous 4 helped the Pirates win their own shootout tournament for the first time ever 2 days later with back-to-back victories over South Torrance and Crenshaw.